Like so many other successful businesses right now, one of your biggest obstacles to growth and continued growth is maintaining and hiring qualified employees. So the question comes in, can franchising help solve your employment issues? Should you franchise your business to help solve your labor shortages? This question comes up often. I'll get a call from a very successful business owner, whether it's a service-based business, a retail-based business, a restaurant, and they'll say, Charles, things are going great. We got through COVID very well. We're on a growth trajectory. Our biggest obstacle to continued growth is finding employees. And this is something we're all experiencing at a national level. The next question they have is, hey, I've thought about franchising, and can franchising help solve this problem? The answer is one of the advantages to franchising is scalability and economies of scale. You're going to recruit franchisees who are then going to come in, use their time and effort, their managerial effort, and their capital to establish a new location or establish a new service territory and expand the reach of your brand, right? So organic to franchising is that scalability. And with that comes now the franchisee within his or her territory, recruiting and attracting employees. So at a macro level, franchising can absolutely help with labor shortage issues. Now, you need to be prepared. Next step is when your franchisees are operating, they're also going to have problems and challenges with hiring employees. So it goes from you to them, but there's a little more efficiency. They're operating locally, and they're also operating in new territories and expanding your brand. So there's definite advantages to franchising, and those advantages include helping you with this labor shortage. However, I also get calls where someone's interested in franchising only for the reason of labor shortage, meaning they're not interested in building out their organization throughout the country or through a region. They can't envision themselves building a franchise organization, nurturing and helping franchisees grow. Meaning the only reason why they're evaluating franchising right now is out of the frustration of not being able to find employees. And for those individuals, and if that's you, I wouldn't recommend franchising just for that reason. Meaning, if you're approaching franchising, sure, there could be some advantages in helping to alleviate labor issues, but that shouldn't be the only reason. You should also be focused on growing the reach of your brand, new service territories, new retail locations, recruiting franchisee partners that are going to capitalize, right? They're going to invest their own capital for that stage of growth. And also you have to envision 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now that you're building out a franchise organization, that your franchisees are relying on you, and you're achieving those economies of scale, and you're creating something that's much bigger than your organization today. So the answer is franchising can help with your labor shortages, doesn't completely solve the problem, but that shouldn't be the only reason why you franchise. Something else to consider, and I won't go into too much detail, but there's certain industries and certain businesses where their real goal is to solve labor. They really don't want to create franchise relationships. They call it a franchise. They call their partners franchisees, but many times they're just glorified employment relationships, and you don't want to do that for a couple of reasons. One, I don't think it's good business practices, and two, certain states expressly prohibit that. And I won't mention the particular industries, but they're usually service-based industries, and states come in and say, hey, this is not a true franchisor-franchisee relationship. These individuals are really just earning compensation based on the work they're performing, and you're paying them. So don't use franchising as an end run around your employment issues, but do know that as a part of franchising your business or growing a franchise organization, you are expanding the reach of your brand, you are bringing in your franchisee talent, and you're making your ability to attract and recruit franchisees more competitive. Is it a complete solution? It's not. Franchisees also have issues with labor shortages. So it's always going to be there, at least for the time being.